What's up, grapplers? Welcome back to the Silver Grappler channel. Have you guys been using AI yet? Are you using it to write your emails? Are you using it for work? Are your kids using it to help them with their school studies? It's actually revolutionized my household. More important question, have you been using AI to help your Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu game? If you haven't, this is the perfect video for you. I'll give you an intro and overview how AI can immediately start revolutionizing the way you're doing your BJJ training. I'll give you a bunch of tips. I'll give you some example of prompts. I'm going to put everything in the description to help you out. More importantly, if you stay till the end, I will give you an amazing tip that you can start using tonight at the gym, and it will guarantee to start improving your game. So join me and let's jump in and take a look. So let's start things off with ChatGPT. So what we have here is the free version of ChatGPT. You can tell what you have right here. If you go in this drop down over here, you're getting the standard version. Now I think the standard version's ChatGPT 4.0 at the time of this video. I'll talk a bit about the differences between the paid version and the free version, but most of you are going to probably be starting out with the free version, which is okay. I guarantee the more you start using AI, you're going to end up using the pro version. Right out of the gate, if you start using it a lot, there's only so many prompts that you're allowed to do with the free version. That said, if you ever get into a bind and you haven't paid for it, but you need to ask one more question, you just start another account and then it'll reset the number of words that you can use in a given day. But I guarantee if you start using this on a regular basis, for whatever, whether it be work or your kids' schooling, it's worth paying for the pro version. I did a bunch of tests on all the different AI language models. And so far, I have to be honest with you, this is ChatGPT is the best by far. Specifically, the ChatGPT Pro Model 4.0 is absolutely the best from a formatting perspective and getting real analysis from existing videos on YouTube. So a couple things here. You start your new chat, you click this button on the side here, and then you just need to talk to ChatGPT and see what kind of answers. But you have to be very specific in the prompts, and those are when I use the term prompts, those are the words that we type in and how you structure it. ChatGPT is not your friend, so you don't talk to them. Hey, how's your day? Well, you could do that. You can have a whole conversation with ChatGPT if you're really bored, but you have to understand the way the model in the background looks at the text that you're typing in. All it's doing is it's breaking down the words, okay, and compartmentalizing them and putting them within what the logical response would be. So it puts all your words together and say, okay, I think this is the best response. And obviously it's getting so darn good right now. But the important thing is you're not talking to a friend. Be very specific and to the point. So let's start doing a few tests here and see what we can generate. You see, I already have a few on the side here. My main account has probably 100 of them, but I wanted to keep a nice clean screen, again, show you what it's going to look like in the free version and the paid version. So let's jump into using AI for technique. Okay. All right, so I already mentioned that we want to be very specific with the words that we want to use in our prompting. And let me just get started over here. Give me details on butterfly guard in BJJ. Again, this is the free version. Gives you a good overall description. Great for your kids if they have to write a project. All the wording is right there. and then gives you a good breakdown of the position. Oh, look at here, common attacks. It's already getting into sweeps. It's already getting into back take, guillotine, front headlock, and my favorite, X guard and leg attacks. Defensive. Good. Breakdown of that. So you're really getting the whole picture of the butterfly. Again, that's what I asked for. I wasn't being very specific at all. I always like this cool stuff at the end. It always gives you some positives and negatives to kind of think about. Very, very cool. Well, let's see. Videos. So what's really important to understand here is we're building a conversation with ChatGPT right now. So notice I didn't put any context at all. I just wrote the word videos. How did it know? Well, it's taken this context. It knows that we've already talked about the butterfly guard. Okay, so it now knows, okay, when I say videos, hey, go out and get me some videos about the butterfly guard. Let's say I wanted to jump into, I want to do single X. Okay, I wanted to start researching single X technique. Well, I wouldn't do it here. I wouldn't start typing. I wouldn't go, oh, tell me about single X. I would save it. Okay, and how do you do that? You simply just start a new conversation. Okay, and if you look over here, give me details on single X guard in BJJ. I always like to add the in the BJJ because then it could just go go off on a tangent. If you're doing like doubles or singles, if you just say doubles and singles, you're probably going to get wrestling, you're probably going to get jiu-jitsu, you're probably going to get some, you're going to get all kinds of stuff. But be very specific, right? When I'm doing research, I actually prefer to watch wrestlers doing doubles and singles, so I specifically ask for wrestlers. But look, let's do this. Here we go. And now I've started a conversation about the X guard. I'll let this flow. Ooh, it's giving me a whole bunch of. You can enter it in the single X from various positions, including. Look at that! I like that. It's talking about how to transition to single X. That's very cool. Now I already do that because it's kind of my favorite, one of my favorite positions. Okay, it's going on, defending and escaping. So much information. Oh wow! Look, this one's giving me an actual, an actual table. Very cool. Very cool. So it's giving you the difference between single X guard and full X guard. I like that. Yeah, Marcelo Garcia. Of course. Love it. I love seeing that. All right. And videos, please. Give me my videos. I'm going to show you a quick little trick here. Okay, if it doesn't give you the explicit link, sometimes you'll have to ask it to add a link to make your life easier. But if you're looking at it, it's like, oh, it's telling me there's videos, but I can't find anything. You can always click on this button called sources. And then what it'll do is it'll pop up a bunch of links to the right. There's the videos right there. Basically what ChatGPT always does is it always kind of consolidates the main sources where it got the information for your answer from, and it provides it on the right hand side here, and you can always scroll and take a look at it and click on these videos. So back to the original point, look on the left hand side here. I have very specific techniques. I want to kind of manage it that way. In the free version of ChatGPT, there isn't, and here's the main difference, there isn't an easy way to organize the information. In the paid version, the pro version, there's folder structures on the side that you can put existing chats and continue to build off of this. But this doesn't go away, right? So let's say I wanted to rename this because I'm going to go back to this a lot, right? And I want to make sure butterfly guard technique, and I'll go main. Okay, now it's permanently labeled for me, and I can go back to it whenever I want to take a look at butterfly guard. I tried some of the moves, I tried some of the details that it gave me, had a hard time. I want to come back to it. I want to say, okay, let's go back to butterfly guard technique. Let's just go with how do I deal with a standing opponent? This is a common question I get as a black belt. So I love butterfly guard technique, but how my opponent keeps standing up. How do I get him? How do I control him? How do I get him back down? There we go. Can be tricky. Hey, thanks. So it gives you some options for preventing guard passes, attacking with sweeps. There we go. It's actually giving you details. Transitioning to another guard. It gives you a transition option as well. Very cool. And of course, the famous X guard. You jump into X guard from there. Let's go. Now, the question you have to ask yourself is how much do you want to kind of complicate this chat? Do you want to go and start a new chat to have sort of a subsection of this? Or, again, you could just keep building. You know, like this ankle pick sweep looks pretty cool. Give me details on the ankle pick sweep. I probably should have planned this a little bit better, but I wanted to give you guys a real feel for how you would be interacting. And there's the details, man. Step-by-step execution. This is great for your note taker folks. That this is the way you learn. You learn from reading. Oh, this is the part I love. I love the common mistakes. Oh, we got variations. When to use it, very cool. This is a great sweep to use in both gi and no gi. And of course, the $1 million question we got to ask. Videos. Nice. Look at that. It's got the links. We got more sources on the side here. Now, let me jump to the paid version very, very quickly. The paid version, there's two advantages. Again, you saw the power of the free version. We can keep building that. Again, I got a couple more examples I want to jump back to. But here's the paid version. And then on the left side here, look, I got my folders. Okay, I can open up my folder. I can see, there we go. I got my Marcelo Garcia guillotine. Here's the interesting thing. I'm going to start a new chat here. Okay, let's go with, again, same prompt. We can use it in the paid version or the free version, but let's break it down. I want to do a rear naked choke details for BJJ no-gi. And let's see if we can notice the difference from the free version and the paid version. I'll tell you one thing. While it's kind of spitting out a whole bunch of things, what you need to understand is the free version is using an older model. So the older model is usually, it's about 1.5 years, 2 years older than this new model. So this new model is way faster. It's got access to more information, and it will go nuts. And in some cases, it's very cool because the way you ask the question will format things differently depending on how you phrase the question. Okay, and let's go with give me videos. I like how it always gives pictures at the top. I never asked for the pictures, but there we go. Okay. And let's see here. Uh, okay. So let's go back to the free version. Okay, here we go. And now let's go back to the X guard, single X, oh, butterfly guards. Okay. And again, we'll build off one more thing off here. What is the most popular sweep from butterfly? So again, very specific answers. If you're wondering, hey, where should I start with this guard? What is the actual most popular sweep? Hook sweep, of course it is. Now, I'm going to add, again, very specific context to my personality and my level. So let's say I'm a black belt, but let's say I'm a white belt and I'm over 200 pounds. Labs, big boy. Sorry for the metric, folks. I'm over 200 pounds. What would be the best sweep or best submission? Oh, no, let's go with sweep. Sweep for me to learn. And this, I should probably say butterfly, but let's see if it kept the context here. Let's see. High percentage, simple sweeps, and there we go. Best for big guys. Look at that. Works in both gi and no gi, underhook, leg elevation. Very good. Hook sweep again. Very cool. Oh, it's giving me a few of them. Lumberjack sweep. It's funny that's the I have to giggle because I love the name of it, and it's one that's mandatory for all my kid white belts. I go, I'm not giving you a gray belt unless you know how to do a lumberjack sweep. Now, very highly effective. So you get a really good sense of the possibilities here when you're trying to learn techniques. So what does that give us? Be specific. Be specific with your prompts. Try not to mix up the topics very much. That way, if you can better organize them on the side. Remember, your chats are context specific, so feel free to just ask the question and it'll know based on the beginning of the conversation how it's going to respond, and we saw quite a few examples of that. The more detail that you provided, again, remember, we're not having a conversation here, but the more facts and details that you give it, I told it I was a white belt, I told it I'm a big guy, it's going to remember that. It's going to start remembering that profile. Here's the scary thing about it. It does store that information. So you'll find when you're asking it about a different technique altogether, it's going to remember I'm a white belt. That's a big guy. And it's probably going to give me some very specific context in other scenarios as well. So it is very cool. So sometimes it's always context specific in the chat, but what's cool is it also remembers certain details about your questions and your patterns of asking questions, and it'll apply some of that logic automatically. Ask for videos. Don't forget to ask for videos. Sometimes the videos are good. Sometimes it'll link to some stuff that might be broken. Most of the links that I've clicked on have worked. Sometimes you have to reprompt it and be more specific to what you're looking for. The main difference is for the free version, you're going to get a lot of the generic videos. about the technique and about some of the drills that you can do. With the pro version, you can get right down to the specific techniques or the specific drills that you're looking for. If you don't get an answer that you're looking for, ask it again. Ask it slightly with different words. Try to generate a different response. So again, it's scouring the internet for all this information, and it's coming back, and it wants to deliver value to you. So don't you worry about that. Um, what's this? Compare techniques for your game. Ah, okay. So you see how we kind of asked it to, hey, I'm a large guy. I'm a white belt. Help me out. What are the better techniques for me to work on? Here's a good angle for you to try. You've learned butterfly guard. You have some ideas. You're trying it. You've been working on it. Well, you're having trouble doing it to a younger blue belt. Okay, ask it. What can? Oh, let's look. Let's do it together. How could I better control a younger blue belt to perform butterfly guard sweeps? Probably a bit more than I needed to write, but I wanted to get the appropriate context here. As a bigger white belt, controlling a younger, faster blue belt for butterfly sweeps requires grip control, weight distribution, and timing rather than just strength. Blue belts will often be more mobile, so you need to slow them down and trap them in your game. Wow, very cool. Look at this. And it's giving you the information. Slow them down. This is great for older grapplers. Okay, again, my channel is more based for the older grappler. This tool is invaluable for us because one of the themes in a lot of my videos is how do we have to adjust our game for that younger, faster generation. And again, ChatGPT and asking the specific questions is so valuable. And look, I was doing quite a bit of typing before I got on the air here, but look, I've already hit the limit of my plan. One of the nice benefits of having the pro version, um, you can be on it all day. What's cool about it? I sound like such an advocate, but I really am. Is my whole family uses it, and I don't have to worry about running out of responses and being able to get the answers that I want to get. This will replace your nights of scouring YouTube and hoping that you're going to find the right technique. It's going to help you exactly with your challenges. You keep prompting it exactly where your challenges area or the parts that confuse you, and it will dig down. Explain this to me better. Help me out over here. I'm having a challenge over here, and this will revolutionize your game. And now let's get to the bonus tip of the day. Here we go. All right, gang. So here's today's bonus tip. I'm on ChatGPT on my phone. I know it's going to be tough to see, but if you're looking right at that little button over there, that means you can have a conversation with ChatGPT. So let's say you're at the gym, okay? And you're actually working on something and you're having problems. Hi, ChatGPT.
Hey there. What's going on? How can I help?
I'm working on my knee cut pass and I'm having some problems. Can you help me figure out how to get past the person's far knee?
Sure, I'd be happy to help. A common issue with the knee cut pass is the opponent's far knee blocking your path. One approach is to control their far knee by using your hand or arm to pin it down. You can also use your upper body to pressure down on their torso to limit their mobility. Are you able to get your grips and establish control before initiating the pass?
Yes.
That's a great start. Next, focus on maintaining a strong base. Keep your posture low and use your shoulder to pressure their upper body. This helps flatten them out and makes it harder for them to bring that far knee in to block you. Are you able to control their hips effectively?
Sometimes I'm having trouble controlling the hips actually on my partner.
No worries, controlling the hips can be tricky. One way to improve that control is by using your knee to pin down their near hip. This will help keep their hips in place and prevent them from shrimping out or bringing their knee in to block. Have you tried adjusting your knee placement to apply more pressure on their hips?
So we can go on and on here, and she's going to help us out. But help me out. Give me one really good drill that I can work on right now to help my knee cut pass.
Sure thing. A great drill to improve your knee cut pass is to practice isolating and pinning your partner's far knee. Start by having your partner lie on their back with their legs bent. Focus on using your hand or arm to push their far knee down and away. Then work on transitioning your knee across their thigh while keeping pressure on their hips. Repeating this motion will help you develop muscle memory and timing. Give it a try and see how it feels.
Do you have a video I can look at to help me understand it better?
I can't show you a video right now, but you might find some helpful tutorials on platforms like YouTube. If you search for BJJ knee cut pass drills, there are many great videos that can demonstrate the techniques step by step. Feel free to let me know if there's anything specific you'd like to focus on, and I can guide you further.
So I couldn't get the answer that I wanted there, but and I don't know if you guys can see that or not. It actually recorded the whole conversation, so I have that in history. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, "Hey, show me that video. Show me a video for knee cut drill." And it's going off, it's searching. And it's got my sources and everything. Again, I'm not going to get too much into that. You could do that yourself. But the point being is, hey, the coach is not around or the professor's not around and you're with your buddy and you want to solve a problem right away, pick up the phone, load up your ChatGPT app, press the conversation mode, and then you have an instant AI coach at your disposal. This is really great to help solve other problems. Is it going to replace a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu instructor? Absolutely not. But you have that instant access and mechanism to ask a question and get some instant answers. And again, if you need a video, you just get out of the chat mode and then you ask it for a video, press on the video that makes the best sense for you. I hope you guys like that tip. I love that tip. I use it all the time. I'm a black belt, and I'm still experimenting with a lot of new techniques, and I do get stuck in certain positions. I love picking the brain of my partners, but I also have been sold on asking ChatGPT for a little help, and it's only getting better. The next version of ChatGPT is going to be even more incredible, and we'll talk about that when it comes out. So, thanks guys for staying till the end, and we really appreciate it. Stay tuned. There'll be more episodes of this series coming soon, and I appreciate you guys stopping by. Thank you. Oh yeah, I forgot to say, like, subscribe, and comment. Mostly interested in the comments. Was this actually video helpful for you? Your feedback, and I'm trying to be different than most of the jiu-jitsu channels that are already out there, and just looking for different types of content. But if you have some ideas, or man, if there's specific technique that you're not happy with the videos that do exist, let me know. I'll give you the old grappler perspective on that technique. I'm here to help. So thanks for joining.